Hello. When we go through our daily lives, we can rack up a lot of stress. And we might be limited by either time or funds to actually go out and take care of that stress in a healthy and orderly way. And even though I am not a therapist in any way, shape, or form, I would like to share the way I deal with my stress and hopefully help you find a way that might help you with yours. When I get stressed, I enjoy doing my hobbies. Things that make me happy when I do them, and things that show me that I can create when I'm not feeling great. And seeing something go from something so little or something you just barely thought of, and seeing it turn into a reality can really help you if you're feeling stressed or stuck. So, a lot of my hobbies make things. This is some leatherworking I've done. Very simple, super easy, but when I was making this, I was not in a great place. But after making it and looking at it and being really proud of what I've been able to make, it made me feel a lot better. There's another one right here, which is a quiver. The reason I made a quiver, even though I'm not really an archery guy, is that I love the Ren Fair and I love D&D. And those are very comfortable areas for me. Whenever I think of them and whenever I do something that relates to them, I start feeling better. They're a safe space for me. And even though this is my safe space, it might not be your safe space. And it is really up to you to find out what your safe space is. And hopefully I can tell you how to do that. There's one final thing I want to show you that I've made. And it's this. A small gourd bottle. Super simple. Just dry it out, break up what's on the inside, seal it, and then you can drink out of it. It is such a simple thing that you might think, how can you be that proud of something so simple? Well, I grew this. I grew this bottle from its seed and made something out of it. I was with this bottle the entire step of the way. Every part of it, from seed to sproutling to vine to bulb to full gourd to dried gourd to bottle gourd. And I'll get a little more detailed with why I think gardening is a great place to start. But please do remember that this worked for me, but this might not work for you, and it's okay if it doesn't work for you. You just need to find something that does. And there's no shame in that. Drawing, I think, is an amazing hobby to have. It's incredibly cheap to start. All you need is a pencil, a paper, and some ideas. Of course, you can spend more money on higher quality materials or tools, but drawing is such a great place and great thing to do because you always get better at it. Of course, one of the main problems I have with drawing and art in general is that it can really scare off people that are new to it. People will sometimes get intimidated by artists that have been drawing or just doing art for a very long time. And they might want to be like that artist, but are too afraid that they're getting into a hobby that has such a high skill ceiling. Another one of my personal favorite hobbies is leatherworking. But it is, if I'm honest, a fairly expensive and difficult hobby to get into. And the community, although beautiful and super supportive, is surprisingly hard to find people near you that enjoy it, at least where I live. And this brings me to my main point: gardening. Gardening, I believe, is one of the best hobbies to pick up if you are in stress. You can start it very, very easily, and you don't need a lot of space. I think one of my best, absolute best memories with gardening was with a potted plant that took up no more than 3 square inches. It was a minuscule desk cactus that my dad had gotten for me on the way back from Nevada. And during this time, my headspace wasn't the best. I was dealing with a lot of things, including the loss of my mother. And it was really tough to think of things and to get up and do things. But one day, after watering the cactus for who knows how long, infrequently at that, it bloomed. And seeing that small cactus bloom, it showed me that even though things aren't the best right now, if you can weather the storm and drink from the rain, you'll flower too. And I still have that cactus. It's no longer on my desk because it's gotten a little too big for that, but I still water it. And it's still reminding me how tough I can be. If you would like more scientific evidence, there are plenty sources to choose from. There are institutions and people that claim how gardening is great for your mental health, and there is a scientific way to prove that. It is supported by the National Library of Medicine, the Mayo Health Clinic, and tons of other websites. If you're interested in more scientific evidence, all these sources will be linked down in the description below. But since we're coming towards the end of the video, I'd like to tell you thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me ramble on. And I just want to tell you one more time. If the way I cope and I comfort myself doesn't work for you, that is completely fine. That just means you need to try something else to calm yourself down. And whether that be drawing, leatherwork, other hobbies like skating, dancing, singing, that is completely valid. And you should not feel any sort of shame or guilt for not being able to fit in like somebody else. Every person is their own being, and each path needs to be walked by its own traveler. Until next time, take care, keep safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.